that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to a Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Chief Gai Ying. Well, that's very optimistic of you, Mr. Gai Ying. I'm glad I'm doing this now. I would be remiss if I didn't at the very least get what I wanted. Back to the chat. Ow, ow, hot, hot. Ow, ow, hot. Whoo. Whoa. It's not stealing. Oh. Get too close and you burn your butt. I've learned that the hard way. The Mantipillars are not carrying anything at all. Ow! I didn't get near it!
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. You can always fix them later.
System alert.
I'm getting through.
Mechanicals.
Everyone all right?
Nicely done, Preston. How'd you get up there so fast? Did you just run ahead like this? Fair enough. Well, this doesn't seem so bad right now. More mechanicals. Mantipillar. What is that? Oh.
Processing. Security.
Here they come.
Oh, shit. My dad has a new bike. He's showing it off. It's very loud. It's not stealing. It doesn't say I'm stealing. It's like I hear them, but I don't... Oh, there it is. I mean, I'm getting a pretty good shot. I'm doing, like, no damage. I need a workbench. I need to upgrade my weapon. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. What? Parvati? Is everything okay? Parvati? Are you good? I heard a lot of screaming. And gunshots. A lot of bullets.
That's the terminal. I have the parts of the vision on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps.
Ooh,
And if you don't
this
know
one
what's up,
actually has
look for a
something.
command that says cycle droplet pumps.
It also looks different. Then again, that could just be the blue blood.
The last of it.
Yeah, nighty-night. Warning! Lithium fuel pressure at 23%. Solid state radiators at 102% capacity. PCM heat sinks at 98% capacity. Ambient station temperature at 8 degrees Celsius. Machinery shaft temperature at 129 degrees Celsius. Let's check out the logs here. The staff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what about when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. Found some of Chief Guy Ying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. A lot of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docks. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of the old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma. JT. Alright, cycle the pumps. Successful.
Done. The temperatures are dropping.
Thank goodness.
Stop by once
Thank
you're on
God.
the way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Oh. Door is barred. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. Ah, look at that. These things aren't going to toast my tuchus. My leg. It's okay. That'll heal. But I'm gaining a lot of experience. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
What's that?
Spacer's Choice is enjoying an unexpected windfall. Sources credit an increase in swell tuna production for this quarter's earning projections.
Oh, yeah, that's thanks to me.
To our hardworking...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right.
You
The
hear that,
temperature should be dropping
Parvati?
as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Nice. So what's it like being in command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the
Ooh.
pleasure of making
Groundbreaker.
life-or-death decisions on a
They're
shoestring
now
budget.
agreeable.
Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
So the ship is a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I
Oh.
took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change, that transition to command? Condolences, Chun-Li. I'm sure those were some big shoes to fill.
Appreciate it. There wasn't
Ugh,
much that
that
took me
sounded
by
so
surprise about
forced.
the job. But the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
True. So Parvati here could always help you shoulder the burden. Where's the self-destruct mechanism? Aren't you a little young to be training a successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Huh. Parvati here could always help you shoulder the burden. Man, I don't want to get rid of Parvati, though.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro
different
to
than the
tinker on
Honda?
Groundbreaker.
Oh yeah, very
Just someone
different.
who knows
Because
how
it
a
was
ship
after
ought
10
to
o'clock
feel.
at night, I didn't read
We're
it
always
too
thirsting
much.
for help.
Just a little
If you
bit.
can find your way around this
Huh?
labyrinth of
It
ducks
could've
and
been a lot
panels, we could work
worse.
something out.
Yeah, I could have.
Told you you'd notice.
Yeah, now that I can hear myself. Yeah. So I'm hearing everything.
I would have loved to see what was the look on your face when you heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, the look on my face would have been priceless.
It didn't take long before I saw the curtain, the blinds move. It says on air, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh. How many listeners do you have?
One.
You?
Most likely.
I didn't know if it counted you or not. Is this you?
No.
Who's that?
That is...
And why are they staring at me? Tell them to stop it. It's making me nervous. Quit staring at me. Thank you.
You've got my attention.
What? I can't understand you.
Yeah, it's all in my headset. It's all in my head.
Oh, yeah. What? Is she staring like right at you? Or is it a he?
She.
Sorry. Why are you staring at me? Look at him. Over here.
She is.
Oh.
Right at me.
Well, you know what? She should smile. Try smiling. Okay, blink, blink works too. Blink.
Let's see here. So you don't have a lot of faith in the board, do you?
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power. And they only get it by sticking their nose where
She
it
wearing
doesn't belong.
braces?
No?
No. Well, how do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard ass.
Given COVID-19.
It'd be a joy if I could kick
Yeah,
out the corporate
totally.
merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's
Last time I
income
ate
is flowing in the wrong
when we
direction.
made our sandwiches.
I'd like to see that change.
I haven't had anything since. I'm looking at the clock and I'm going, damn, I'm hungry.
So how do you keep the... Well, back to my other
You've got my
questions.
attention.
Yeah, of course I have your attention. I've asked everything. We'll be on our way. Yeah, I'm not going to break into Jun Lee's office.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Oh, what's that?
Some townships have asked Halcyon News to make a statement regarding rumors of food shortages.
Food shortages?
Rest assured, the far-sighted corporate leaders of Halcyon have tailored their product lines to be selective to the refined customer. Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of colonial life. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saltuna.
No mercury in Saltuna. Well, thank you for that news update. So calm, so soothing. Acquire Phineas's science weapon. No, it would be the Hawthorne one. Find the Captain Iron. Yeah, I can't do that yet. So let me just...
CNP near maple syrup.
Now that I got some better reputation going on here.
Hello. No,
Oh, still nothing? Oh, alright. Well, see you around.
take care.
Alright. Considering what this is gonna do... You see nothing. Hi. How you doing?
You the new hire? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I am. Nice to meet you too.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
No?
To the last ratchet on rut in time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's worried about you. A lot.
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she?
No.
Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Hi.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Fair enough.
You, ain't with the board, are you?
No.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Oh boy. I do work with the board, actually. Oh. So what did you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Uh-huh. Yet you think the board had someone follow you, and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1. Assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too. If it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
Are
3 weeks
you
back,
gonna be the one that's
I
gonna
caught
be my
rumor that the
companion?
blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
I like this. I like characters like this that are so bold and... Oh boy. So... You stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm.
Oh,
Anywho,
no.
I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Oh, no. Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
I'll talk to Udom for you. I'm
Thanks
going
for
to
helping
talk
me
to
with
him
the board.
anyway.
You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Oh, boy. Yep, I'm totally out of there. Probably should talk to Ellie.
Any word on Jessie?
She's in debt in the board and she thinks someone's after her. I'll handle it. What's the story with you two anyway?
Let's just say she did me a favor and now I owe her.
So, did you find her, or what?
She's in debt with the board and she thinks someone's after her. I'll handle it.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Fair enough. So let me check my journal here. Worst contact. I mean, I'm going to Udom anyway. Well, let me talk to Gladys first. Then I'll go over to Udom. Because according to this, wants to contact Gladys, a black market fence located in the Groundbreaker. No natural station. The only neutral station in the Halcyon colony. She can sell you a nav key to Stellar Bay on Monarch. And I gotta talk to Udom Bradford about my ship.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your
Really?
regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Concerned citizens
In the upstairs room? Really? Hi.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
You've got a point, and I hate you for that. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
That's
Lucky
true.
for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000 bits? 10,000 bits? Any chance of a discount price? Phineas sent me? Since Phineas sent me? Phineas, oh no, I don't think that they have some good stuff here. So tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find
More
I needed a ship
experience,
captain
you know?
with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits.
Oh, really?
But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array.
Uh-huh.
Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
So why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out.
Hello?
Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. Later. Some walking material got recorded. So for those that don't know, I try to walk about 10,000 steps before I eat for the day. I wasn't really good today. I'll just say that much. So those corpses on the cleaver sniffing around. Maybe it's some sort of automated message?
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently.
Uh-huh.
And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
Sounds like an opportunity, all right. It's a corporate town with something to hide. Why the SOS?
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
That's true.
The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
That's also true. So you need someone to snoop around for you.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well,
I gotcha.
Then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
I'll stop by if I find anything. You can count on me.
Law bless your Adams. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Sure. Let me see what you got for
I
trade.
found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
And I leveled up. Nice. So how much actually do I have? No, seriously. How much? Oh, there it is. Oh God. I could have bought it and be left with 81 credits. That would have sucked. Salvager's helper. Oh, that's nice, actually. Let me just check all my junk items. Let's see. Valve, Mantoplasma gland. Yeah, hold sell junk. Goodbye, junk. I feel lighter already. So, according to my... Oh, right. The level up. So now that I'm leveling up, tech, because I feel like tech is going to be super, super important. So is my stealth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apply. There we go. Yeah, dialogue, stealth, and tech are going to be like my go-tos, essentially. Leadership, order companions, companions gain, blah, 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 blah. And then everything else is my own self-protection. But if I can talk my way out of anything, I won't really need it that much. I'm not doing Lone Wolf. Slow the world. Toughness, that would be very good. The Negotiator. Companion crit chance, high maintenance. You take better care of your weapons and armor than most people. Ooh, that's a good one. You're not slow, you're just fast. They're not slow, you're just fast. I like that one. Few bits more. During TTD. Oh, I see. Let's go with... Let's go with toughness. No, let's... High maintenance or toughness? I feel like in the long run, high maintenance is gonna save me a lot more. Especially in the credits. Alright, so Parvati gets a little level up boost. Mod Finder, Heavy Handed, Battle Hardened. Would have her be sneaky, healthy, fine aim. Melee damage. Interesting. So what's with this? So Mod Finder. Increase your chance to find mods when Parvati is in the party. Chance to extract mods in the field. Huh. Reduce threat would be pretty handy. But at the same time... You know what? Reduce threat. I'm gonna make you have reduced threat. And Vicar. Dialogue combat effect duration. So increase the duration of your dialogue combat effect while Max is in the party. Combat dialogue effect? What's combat dialogue effect? I don't know. But I feel like a minus in 30% in threat generated would be very handy. I know I've been killing everything, but still. Alright. Hi, guys.
Unless you have business with the board, move along.
I've got business with the board. Let me just save.
The board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
Mostly.
Everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Yeah, that's true. Gladys is willing to sell you the nav key. Offered you a job investigating a distress signal on Terra 2. I still want to do the job.
And now for a special word from Chairman Rockwell.
Hi.
Greetings, hard-working citizens.
How are you?
Yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Well... I'm going to wring your scrawny neck, you sprat. Come, give me back my ship. Alex isn't important. I'm here to turn in No. Forget Alex. Why'd you impound my ship?
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go.
Thrilling. Thrilling. Anyway, about my ship. You do know that Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this?
You sound
In whose
so...
miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Okay, seriously? He did not sound... He sounded fake. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Wait, is this guy serious? What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
I really don't know. I forgot. You know what? I saved beforehand, and I feel like he needs to have that. Yeah. Uh-huh. He sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive by feral canids. He died in an escape pod accident. Trust me, you don't want to know the details.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
You're right. Because I smashed his head in. Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go...
Oh?
Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony.
Yeah.
Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells, anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
It's not a lie. Oh. Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells. By the time I met him, he was already decapitated. Not much speaking at that point. Ooh, imagine if you could speak then. Just the words that he'd give me. Oh, man. What would be better? So why do you think I would know anything about Wells? Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious. I have Alex's ship. Of course they would... Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Oh, boy. Stop playing coy, Penford.
I don't intend to be. It's just a matter of trust.
So how can I win your trust, then?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Damn. Oh. I mean, technically, I really don't know. I can't tell you where Wells is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want to ask about something else. Jessie Doyle.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Ooh. So, I'll pay it off for her. She's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an indenture contract. I'll pay it off for her.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill.
You're charging that much for emotional anguish, really? Wait. I want to see it. A total of 2,040 bits? I'll cover that. I just looked at how much I had. I have 10,000 bits. 2,040? Yeah, that's nothing.
I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I wanted to ask you something else.
Be my guest.
So what do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Big fish in a small space station. Nice setup.
I have few complaints.
Can you get me to Stellar Bay? Has it gotten less stiflingly hot in here lately?
You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it.
I fixed it, actually.
I owe you a debt then. I was going through 3-4 shirts a day. Still, that Tennyson woman.
Oh no, I see where this is going.
My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not June Lay's.
Damn it, Parvati.
My, aren't you, excitable.
Pipe down, but don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Take it back now.
I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Thank you. Does that work for you, Parvati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Whew! Peaceful! I love it! It's kind of boring, but I love it! Maybe I'll do another run after this, where I'm just an asshole to everyone. I wonder how long I'll last. I'll need to just increase my fighting capabilities. Oonga boonga, I'm super strong. So why are there armed guards here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
So you call keeping offices on the promenade Bennigan? On their promenade Bennigan?
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
I see. So what are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Jeez, this guy's just Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Oh, good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
No would have done it. You could have a... You didn't have to crack open a thesaurus. I can be sassy, but no.
Ask away.
We're leaving. Thank you very much for everything. Really, 2,000? That just... Wow. That was like nothing. That was... Whew. I'm glad I decided to go, I want experience over fastness. Let's see here. Distress and worst contact.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
So what exactly did Jesse do for you anyway?
She helped me win a bet.
What was the bet?
We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
Ah, so she saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
You really don't like owing people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Ew, yeah, no, it's like, oh. Don't do that, people. If you touch a cookie, especially in today's environment, if you touch a cookie, pull it completely out of the box, put it on your plate or your paper towel or whatever. And I don't care if you don't eat it, but don't put it back in the goddamn box. Put it in a Ziploc bag. Take a grocery bag and wrap it up and put it in the fridge. I don't care. Just don't put it back in with all the other cookies. Ugh. Well, in any case, welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
That's true. Well, meet me on my ship. It's docked in the promenade.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Yeah, it will.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night.
Yeah?
Seems I'm in the clear, thanks to you squaring my debt. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Watch yourself while I'm gone. Well, that solved everything. At least for that character thing. Oh, Gladys needs to speak with me? Wait, what? Oh, I could purchase the nav key to Stellar Bay for 10,000 bits still.
If you're here for this week's magazine club...
Thank you for your time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I've
Here,
gamed.
Take a candy with you.
Ooh, purple berry. Lovely. So actually, I want to do something with this.
Gracious.
I want to
was just
see.
sitting down for tea.
Okay. So my idea here is, now that I have the quest to be able to go and do the thing, I could pay the 10,000 bits, but I want to see if that will completely get rid of the quest.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Opportunity.
Yes, dearie?
So what did you want me to do again?
Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from. Shouldn't be too tough.
Perfect. Okay.
Anytime, sweetheart. You
Thank
know where
you.
to find me.
Yeah, I do. That's what I really wanted to do.
Be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch
You're right.
is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. We'd best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
Yeah. Granted, I haven't used a whole bunch. I mean, my pistol has 1,300, almost 1,400 ammo. Let's see. Journal. So, can track down people, talk to Ada, that's definitely going to be the case. Then go to the unreliable. Captain of distress signal. Acquire science weapon. Yeah, no. Well, what's this?
Unless it's worst.
So where? Weapon from the void is over here? Wait, what? Oh.
It's almost time for today's episode
Of Chairman's Children. Is that supposed to be like General, or what was it? There was a soap opera that ended with the names Children.
What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Yeah. So, you mentioned the Groundbreakers outside the board's control.
That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us.
Nice.
So for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei.
That is true. How do you mean?
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
So who's Junlei?
Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm. She's neck deep in the ship guts by day, slap fighting with the board by night.
She seemed capable of handling the board well enough.
Hold on. You already met her. What are you asking me about her for?
I'm curious what you think of her.
Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her.
Back to my
Go
other
right
questions.
ahead, sweetheart.
And you're right. So why'd the board recall Stellar Bay nav keys?
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
What makes you think that?
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another.
Ooh.
That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
Are there still people down there?
Probably. Every once in a while. we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
So what do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios.
Uh-huh.
I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary, seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
Oh, Max.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I like
We've got a
Gladys.
fight on our hands.
Don't push X. Do not push X. Ever.
C&P worst. It's not the worst unless it's worse.
Wait a second. Wait. Yeah, I think.
Gracious.
Alright, 19. So let me see what you have
Want
for
a
sale.
charming copper kettle.
Salvager's helper. Axe. Was this the weapon that was being talked about? The hammer thing? Take that as a no. Hold on. Journal. A log of Hawthorne's terminal mentioned rumors of the groundbreaker of a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon. So it's pointing to you for some reason. One of the Phineas and powerful weapon. Another mentioned looking for Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently, the smuggler acquired several leads that way.
If you're here,
Give me
you
the thing.
Now.
Opportunity you mentioned.
Should
Already gone through all this. So I wanted to ask you something else.
What do you?
Stellar keys. Trying to hide evidence. What makes you think that?
That's why we got.
Are there still people down there?
Probably. Claims he's.
You mentioned groundbreakers outside of the board's control.
That's right. Though for.
How do you mean?
The board can't.
Who's June Late?
Chief June Late.
What's she like?
Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but and between you and.
Back
Go
to my
right
other
ahead,
questions.
sweetheart.
What do you do here?
I also need.
I'm not sure that's.
That's half the
Really?
reason I make them, my dear. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
Thank you for your time.
Anytime. It's almost time for.
Back to your hard-earned
Straight
wisdom.
to the point, eh?
Thanks for your time.
It's almost. I've got a lovely.
So that must mean these things. Still got 2,000, so that's good. An old datapad used by the groundbreakers security force. From a decade. Okay, just inspect. I can't read anything on that. I'll buy that. And I'll buy that. The old datapad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. So August 7th, 2344. Responded to a code... Gosh darn it. To a code ID 10T at the Last Hope. Vera asked us to bounce some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineer Tyson's people. We tossed the rung leech back down the bays. Asshole fought the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. If this is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sanita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the rung leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity picker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing, locked himself into the repair bay off of docking ship 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty, or some shit. While we were trying to talk him out, he had to break off when our shift ended. Hull's head's gotta come out eventually. Well.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. We'd best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
Advertisement for the following story.
Pick up. Oh, not stealing.
Cosmo finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal.
So this is telling me to go somewhere over here. Ah, on to floor 4. Okay. Hi, Vicar. I'm going back down, Vicar. Hi. There's a lot of enemies over there for some reason. Nice bathroom. There's another bathroom? Oh. 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 Yeah, though, that's not something I'd want to mess with, I feel.
Just me? Or has it been better
Oh, it's still further beyond? And I must go further beyond! Man, I sound so loud to myself. Oh, it's barred. Oh, it's barred. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I see. If I can just climb my way up. How can I climb my way up? Like so? Ugh. Can't pick up anything. Which is a gosh diddly darn shame. Oh, wait, here we go. That's stealing.
Here they come!
Damn these guys. I would have. What's going on? Oh, this is an enemy?
That's the last of them.
Ew. Give me all your stuff before you fall down there. Outlaws? In my ship? It's more likely than you think. Well, okay. I didn't expect this, but you know, whatever works. Got a repair bay key. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. So let me just repair my weapons. Repair everything that's equipped. And let's modify 176, yeah. Install a mod. What do you got going for you? Magazine size to be increased. So I can have your damage be plasma, magazine size, or damage type being shock. Interesting. I'd rather tinker with this. Tinker, accept. Accept. I can't tinker with it much anymore. Yeah, tinkering with weapons is just oof. Let's bring these bad boys up. There you go, 180 something. You do you. Let's modify this bad boy. Plasma, magazine size. Oh, scope. Weapon range, I like that. Or gyrosight, weapon spread, -2. Oh, increases the accuracy. 2 times scope that extends the weapon's maximum range. I like better accuracy. Extended range is nice, but so far, not necessary. So let's increase the magazine size and shocks. Can make it do that. Plasma, shock, or just increased magazine, which would increase the damage per minute and RPM. Yeah, no, that make this thing badass. Quite honestly, this toss ball blocker, I'm not using it. I'm not using it much. Toss ball stick. Maybe I should put on the grenade launcher instead. Hello? Anyone here? Entry 1. While rummaging through the back bays, I discovered a very old Hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers. but I've brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. I've spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-the-art. Thermal, electrical, and chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of its systems appear rigged against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. The air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. I have had the most sublime, prismatic dreams since I invited the hammer into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blandiot's elusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4. Shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its element modules. I must take greater care with future experiments. I've taken the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things, but with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Gimme. Jock weapons. R&D department. Science weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapons damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skill is increased. Really? 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 Gimme. I'm trading my tossball stick for this. Was working on a hammer weapon with revival. Let me see it. Woo. Oh, this is what he was talking about. Where the element changes depending on each swing that you do. Plasma, electricity, empty. Ooh. Well, I like this weapon. Journal entry. Oh, codex. Nothing. Stealth, combat, skills, weapons, and armor. Ah, here we go. Science weapons. So the higher I make my science skill, the more deadly I can become. The basics, logs. There we go. I've got the hammer. Oh, the good hammer. Oh, this hammer will go into places. So review the Hephaestus mining archive on Hawthorne Terminal. The data cartridge acquired from Gladys and Groundbreaker may have clues to another science weapon's location. Okay. Passage to anywhere. Alright. So I need...
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Oh.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan.
Yeah.
By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity.
True.
Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Purpleberry punch. You want a punch?
There was actually another quest on this ship that I wanted to do before I hung up with you.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how...
Nope. Gotta go talk to the communications person. You?
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Why would we run out of time? You headed somewhere?
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
Why are you about to lose comm capabilities?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
And that's our problem, how?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Huh. So how are you cut off by losing one relay station?
Well, we wouldn't be utterly and completely blacked out, but we'd lose the majority of our comm traffic for sure. Ships and colonies on Terra 2 need a clear line from their communications towers to the Groundbreaker for the transmissions to make it through. If it's not clear, they transmit to the closest relay station, which stores the message, then passes it along when our orbits align.
So what about the other auxiliary relay stations?
The others won't be in orbital range during the occlusion event. Isn't it some law of the universe? The relay I gotta rely on is, of course, the one on the Fritz.
Can't ships relay messages to each other?
That they can, and they do. But only between ships owned by the same corporation. No corp will authorize sending messages through a ship owned by a rival. And no corp will relay messages for the Wildcat freighters. Not without charging them more than they'll make in a single haul anyway. That's why we're the message hub. The Groundbreaker's neither corporate owned nor board controlled. Our comms are neutral.
Ah, so it sounds like it's time to get the auxiliary station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
Okay. So, I can check it out, the relay, and no need for official to sign off on that case.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's
Okay.
backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
What do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
You just let messages from Earth sit in memory on an orbital relay?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Alright, well, I'm off. And that is going to get me some big time cred with the with this whole crew thing. But now that I know how the restricted thing works and how limiting it can
Hey,
be.
Mr. Vicker, do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Parvati.
Of course you do.
Poor Parvati. Oh.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another contract haul. Could be drugs.
Where's that guy that was sitting here? He went on the ship, didn't he? That fracker. Yeah, no, there he is. Hey.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
All right, Felix. Tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious? You're giving me a shot? All right. Hang on.
I've already made my decision up as yes.
Just in case you asked.
But I'm curious.
I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Okay, I'm enjoying this. Go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
He is.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Okay. I'm gonna let him continue.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
Dragging off bodies, shoutouts. The hell kind of ship do you think I'm running? I haven't made up my mind about you. How about an interview? I've heard enough. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss.
5 minutes?
You're not going to regret this.
We'll see you on the ship, Felix.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is going to be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Ooh, what's all these things that you're bringing on, huh? Alright. You see, the problem with the previous captain of the ship was that they were by themselves.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Awesome. But, Oh, I can update now. I can update that. I can't speak. I can update that. Oh. Ooh. I would put more in your sneaky, but first responder, I mean, it's I gotta make you like the best gosh darned healer around. Alright, let's see. You get persuasion bonuses. Persuasion? Whoa! Cowering enemies. Melee, armor rating, range damage, standard stuff. So you get the sneaky boost. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, welder's goggles. Gimme. Inventory. That was it. Inventory. So this is just an armor of 4 versus the 10. And I got a lockpick bonus, but this gives me a reduction in perception. Yeah, that doesn't seem too helpful. But that does look so pretty goddamn cool. Block. No, I still like this helmet. Alright, Felix. I'm gonna give you... Let's see. Here, you can have this. It has a 9 in armor, so it's... You could come in big handy. Big handy. And here, you can have that. And Ellie... I like the style and design of your characters, but... Oh, wow, wait. Armor's 12. What is this? 12? Vigorous. Okay, I need to rethink what I just did. You can have your awesome digs back. Oh, okay. 11 versus the 10 with your vestments. It was like, maybe. But this just looks snazzy. And then the journal. Cleaning machine. Talk to Ada.
Welcome back, Captain.
Hey,
now
Ada.
That you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay. Would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
No, not yet. Not now. Oh.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you
have put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram.
Oh?
I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Okay. You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
Maybe. So, where should I start?
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Okay. I've got some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Perfect. I want to go there anyway later.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
And I leveled up. Man, I'm leveling up
Welcome
like
back,
nobody's
Captain.
business.
How can I be of assistance?
So, I came here to talk to you about, know anything about the auto mechanical gathering dust in the janitor
The
closet?
unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM.
Oh.
If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Okay. So, I picked up this distress call. Can you play it back for me?
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are not capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
How often do I make jokes about chemistry? Periodically.
Ada, play my favorite song.
Now
you know
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Thanks.
My pleasure, Captain.
That's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Right. Let's see. Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Aww. Oh. So what about your last captain? Do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Uh-huh. Have there been other captains of the ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Oh, I actually wanted to do the other ones. I like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Phineas's orbital lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
Why do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
No, do not do that.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Oh. Okay. So why did you say that landing might be rough?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Huh. That's an interesting ability that his lab does. Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
It was nice talking to you, Ada. Well, I leveled up, so I get a skills. I get skills. There we go. Ah, yes. And I'll put my remaining 3 into my stealth. So now my tech is as good, if not yeah, as good as my dialogue. Yeah, oh man, jeez. My engineering's at a 70. Oh, I love it. Right. New crew. Oh, wait. Yeah. Don't do that to me. I hate ladders. I hate them. They don't work efficiently.
Hey, Captain? Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
Comes from the heart, you'd say? How bad could it be?
She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Crew needs you. You should focus on your work. Sounds like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
It could just be nerves. You're about the warmest person I've ever met. To hell with them. Everybody's different. Don't worry about it. That sort of thing's plenty nice, but it's not everything. Folks have said the same about me.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel?
Everything okay?
They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close? Not anymore?
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Great idea! Drinking solves everything. If that's what you want, next time we hit Groundbreaker, drinks are on me. You said you don't drink. Will you be alright? I don't think drinking would solve this problem. Wouldn't it be easier to talk to her about this Isabel person?
Maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she could say and my guts start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there. Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy-like, ain't it?
Well, break time's over. Yeah, it is pretty cozy-like. My instinct in doing those conversations is to poke the top portion. Ah. Some purple berry punch. And some purple berry crunch. Ooh, a dark matter bar and a knock you out bar. I don't think I would want to know. I'll read those later. Oh. Violence is not the answer. Violence is the question. The answer is yes. By Felix. Huh. So that's Felix's room. Oh, this must be the doctor's room. Stimulotion. Trauma kit. Ooh, flawless complexion. Gimme, gimme, goo. Gimme, goo. Huh. It's distressed. Interesting.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it. With interest.
Nice one. You must have had them quaking in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it. I just wanted to make him feel bad.
Pay you back with interest. I gotta remember that one.
Would have felt better if it had worked.
True.
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Do you know anything about who sent the call?
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Why wouldn't they just call for corporate reinforcement?
With a lot of these companies, the thrashing you take from your boss is worse than whatever a bunch of marauders will do to you. Doesn't exactly encourage calling for aid when there's a fuck-up.
That's true. So why wouldn't they just call for corporate reinforcements?
With a lot of these companies, the thrashing you take from your boss is worse than whatever a bunch of marauders will do to you.
I just did that one. Someone needs help, Ellie. We're going to give it to him. Could be a trap.
I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. See if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
True.
Good to see you, boss.
I like that. So, how'd you end up on the Groundbreaker?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back days.
And then you were raised by a pack of sprats, right?
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
True. So, wait, you were a stowaway?
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than Rungleech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker.
So how did you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Right. The incident with the tossball stick.
Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
Oh, I've tried it. It's fun. Oh, I don't... I know, I've had plenty of practice bludgeoning people. If we have a disagreement, I expect you to be civilized. You couldn't...
Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
Well, I'm glad you're not wasting your life hauling boxes. Please, Felix, if I hadn't picked you up, you'd probably be in prison. So, you can thank me by not giving me any trouble.
Yeah. I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that.
No
Thanks
problem.
for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Alright, Felix. Felix is a good guy. I like Felix. Logs. Journal. Yeah, cleaning machine. There's a search Hawthorne's terminal. So messages for Wheezed. Sam. First Sam result. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. It should be fun. Alright, second one. Removal of factory standard parts, the Suds Steeper, was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement parts, Acid Steeper, has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper. I can, filch the part. Was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop, back to the Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Nah. Archive on the keyword weapon. Keyword search. Ooh. That captain sold Harris something called a rearranger. They left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing is, it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech or a weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. From the Site Safety Officer's Incident Report. Doc Caffield couldn't save him. Couldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figure the least the site supervisor can do is fill out the forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna